All right, just a couple other things we want to hit on before we wrap up here, gang. Tom Silverstein put this out earlier today. So he had tweeted out about 3 hours before this tweet. He said, Packers have released kicker Alex Hale off of the non-football injury list. He was their international pathway player, which means that spot is open. And you guys know Spoon is plugged in with the front office as good as anyone in the media. He went on to quote tweet that, and he said, freak deal with Alex Hale, suffered an eye injury while working out and needs to take several weeks off. The Packers can't let Brandon McManus do all the kicking, so they had to let him go. It's possible he returns, but depends on who the Packers pick up and how it goes. So this is more along the lines as Tim stretches the old back out over there. You're going to get the leg warmed up.
I'm just stretching, guys. I'm ready. I'm 10 minutes away from Lambeau. I'll be there. Don't worry.
This definitely, according to Spoon, and again, you see what I'm saying with Spoon's tweets and his coverage. This came from the front office. Is like, listen, boys, gotta get a second kicker in here. We ain't gonna let Brandon McManus just go out there and pull a.
We gonna bring the Narv dog back, or what's going on?
Oh God, I'm done with Narv dog. Okay, I still got it. Yeah, it's can't do it. Let's see. Chris C in the chat said, just got that Romeo Dobbs card in the mail. Thanks, PTA, for the giveaway. Thank you, Chris, for supporting us. I know Mountain Man Pack messaged us earlier. I know United Bates had tweeted at us. He won the autographed Dorsey Levens jersey. So, it's our pleasure. Thank you all so much. Just a way for us to give back to those who are supporting the channel. If you want to get yourself entered into the giveaways, all you got to do is either be a member here on YouTube, just hit that join tab, or what I prefer is go into the Patreon group, patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access, or scan the QR code in the upper right. $3, access to everything on the site. All this stuff we covered tonight, you get early access to the reporting that we're going to put on there. Also, Jacob is going to be leading our fantasy football league, so you got to be a member in the Patreon group to have a shot at entering the fantasy football league, which was an absolute.
Let's go. Yeah. What's up, Commish? We got the Commish live on the pod right now. Love it.
And if we get enough people too, that what may end up happening, we've got a backup Commish. If we have to run 2 leagues, Jacob will run the top league. And then if we got more people that cannot put, can't get in time into the 8-team league, then we'll let you guys join a second league there as well. Chuck Jaggers says, hey, Aztec. We got to get this done, man.
It is going to happen. Maybe how about this? How about I get Emilio to get into the league? We go double or nothing.
Oh, look, he's already going double or nothing. What? That's both cheeks? Is that what that is?
Yeah. He's got to just finish in the top 50%. So if it's 12-man league, as long as he's placed 6 or better, then I get two butt tats. If he falls out of it, then he's got to get one. Yeah. Just a beard logo on his butt.
Exactly. All right, let's wrap it up with this right here. This isn't Packers, but I just wanted to kind of put a little closure on this topic here. We talked about it earlier in the offseason, and I had a couple people come at me on X and in the YouTube comments going, the Bengals are just being cheap. It's about them trying to cheat him out of guaranteed money. And I said, Adam Schefter just put a little nugget out there in an interview, a 10-minute interview one day, and said, this is about conduct detrimental to the team. And we're talking about Shemar Stewart, okay? So Bengals owner Mike Brown explaining the Shemar Stewart contract language situation, which is exactly what Adam Schefter reported. It went completely under the radar. And I'm going to play this audio, Tim. If you'll give me a screen grab real quick, anything at all work. I just want to make sure it doesn't trigger any kind of AI because of the video aspect here. But you'll throw that up for me. We'll play this audio. This is what I was talking about that Adam Schefter reported first. And again, Shemar Stewart, why are we talking about this on a Packers podcast? Shemar Stewart was a 30 visit, and we had talked about on here, man, of all the players that looks like it makes sense on our draft board, this is the one I don't want to draft, not because of conduct potentially detrimental to the team, but simply he didn't have a whole lot of production in college. Physical freak, no doubt. Here is what Mike Brown, the owner of the Bengals, had to say.
Does this one feel unique?
This one is surprising. I hesitate to get into the detail, but
kind of sounds like me after too many daddy sodas in the pool.
Turns on whether out years are guaranteed if he gets involved in conduct detrimental to football. Well, what does that mean? Detrimental to football in recent years has been violence to women, Uh, that's about the one that comes to mind. There are others probably, but that's the one that I think of. Well, if we get a player who gets involved in something like that or does something that is just unacceptable, guess what? I don't want to pay him. I really don't. If he's sitting in jail, I don't think I ought to be paying him. And so we say that if he got involved in conduct detrimental, we'd have the right to terminate the guaranteed part for the back years. He says, or his agent says, oh no, you can terminate the guaranteed part only for the remaining part of the year in which the event occurs. Uh, Oddly, something like this has never occurred in my memory with us. I don't think it's going to occur. So we're sitting here arguing over something that I think is pretty remote. And I ask myself sometimes why the hell we're doing it, but we are. And he's doing it too. And at some point, we got to put this stuff behind and just get him signed and get him up here and get him so he can be a contributor. He needs to get underway soon. It doesn't help him or us to have this strung out.
All right, so there you go. That was owner Mike Brown and Clint Armchair Quarterback. I think we figured out who was running AFAM's mom's account on here. Bub, you're still logged in as yourself. He said Mike Brown is handsome. That sounds like something AFAM's mom's account would post here in the chat. But I don't know. Did all that make sense to you guys in terms of what we kind of covered before? I mean, to me, listen, I'm a business owner. If I have an employee, someone I'm planning on partnering up with, and my reputation's on the line, and they come to me and said, hey, listen, I want it in my contract that if I get arrested for something illegal, you still have to pay me. I'm going to go, there's the door. Don't need this dude on my staff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Am I the only one that feels that way?
No, you don't. Because, I mean, we were talking about Rome earlier. Rome got suspended for a game, conduct detrimental to the team, and he was at home. He wasn't in a jail cell. So I think it's fair to say that if a guy is locked up or facing criminal charges, that would constitute conduct detrimental to a team, I would think, right? And so if you want to get into the technicality war with an agent and argue about the specifics about what that means, how much guaranteed money should, be forfeited or whatever, that's fine. But bottom line, you're not going to convince me as someone like you, Clayton. I've owned a business too. I mean, if you're locked up in jail or facing criminal charges, you can't produce for our team. So it's detrimental to us, correct? So I don't know why we're all freaking out over this,
So can you guys clarify if I'm understanding correctly? It's not because Ed Madden's asking the same thing. He says, does Stewart have character concerns? Has he done anything? He says, I haven't heard anything about Stewart. Is the issue more of the agent and the team are like, hey, if this does occur, we want you to know that we are not going to foot the bill for somebody that's wearing the black and white, carrying around a ball and chain.
That's what's so weird about it. Jacob is like, to the best of my knowledge, he's never gotten in trouble.
Yeah. So why make such a stink about it?
Right. And that goes back to someone who said earlier in the chat, and I'd love to give credit to whoever it was, but I know the chat's going crazy right now. They said something along the lines, God, what was it? It was, I feel like we need to go back and get it now. But it was like, it felt like when he got drafted, he didn't want to be there anyway. Maybe it's more of that.
I did see that in the chat. Yeah. So,
do you think it's something where it's like they're trying to make something up just to get him the hell out of there?
Could be. See, we got your new toy there too.
Like this is like you hear an owner talk like this. It's like, are there pending charges? Is there what's going on that would even make this a conversation? That's my question.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like Shemar Stewart probably don't want to be a Bengal, and I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. Yeah, there you go. Chris Casuin says Stewart feeling himself too much. I hate the dog on the guy too much, but it's like there were already concerns about the lack of production in college and this and that, and you haven't earned a damn thing in the league yet.
Right.
I was listening. I'm a little bit of a NASCAR fan. I know the accent. That's a big surprise, right? But hearing Rusty Wallace tell a story from back in his heyday when Kevin Harvick first burst onto the scene. Rusty Wallace, it was like Kevin Harvick was just kind of running roughshod through the background, like he was just, his crap didn't stink. And Rusty pulled him to the side and said, listen, bub, this when Rusty was at his peak, like he'd, won, championship and everything. He was like, this NASCAR doesn't owe you a damn thing. That's what he said to him. Right. And you get some of these young players that step into the league, like, like their crap don't stink. It's like, but you got to kind of earn those stripes a little bit. Now I understand it's 2025 and everybody, it's all of it. It's what have you done for me lately? We've seen that over and over and over. Certain players on the team with fans, not appreciating what they've done in the past. But also on the other hand, it's kind of like I've arrived. Everybody get out of my way. All right, you've arrived. You couldn't produce worth crap in college. You got out there and ran around in your underwear and looked really good. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to have to go up against some of the top athletes in the world at the tackle position. It's going to smack you in the mouth and embarrass you. You better be able to back it up on the field if you're going to come in like you're the next coming of Lawrence Taylor. You know what I mean? So,
anyway. I like what Ed Madden said. I wouldn't want to be on the Bengals D either.
That's a fair point.
Shout out to TJ Slayton. Sorry, TJ. Good luck this year, brother.
That's right. Yeah, it is tough too because I feel like the
stop, Clayton. I just had dinner, man. What are you doing to me?
That head looks like it's wore out about 6 different bodies, doesn't it? Like they just keep attaching it to new bodies. I don't know.
That's pretty much Mr. Burns in real life, right?
That's Archie Bunker reincarnated right there.
Kind of looks like Rodney Dangerfield too, honestly.
You don't get no respect.
No respect. This guy wants to sign. No.
All right. Anything else we got, boys? We ready to wrap up here? I think we covered everything that was on the list. This was a fun episode, man. In the chat, thank y'all so much. Y'all are on fire tonight. But anything else?
I think that's it. Just a shout out to Hardy the Prophet for the super chat. Appreciate that as always. And yeah,
definitely. And again, guys, the way that's going to work with the fantasy league in our Patreon group. Once Jacob sets it up, and we're going to get him in the Patreon group, hopefully, and have him kind of communicate with you guys what site do we want to use. But once it's launched, the first come, first serve. If you're a Patreon member, you'll have the link. Go in and sign up as quick as possible. And then if we have an overflow enough for a second league, we'll do that as well. So,
yeah, we'll try to just real quick. I'll try to time it out. Typically, if the best time to draft is as soon as you can make it to the upcoming week 1. So, I typically don't like to do a draft until the last preseason game is over. So trying to line that up, we'll try to announce as much as we can, as soon as we can. Just check the Patreon. That's gonna be the best spot. We'll get you guys set, try to see if there's a time and a day that kind of works best for the bulk of players or people. And then like Clayton said, we'll have another one, maybe a spillover if we get that much interest. And I think you guys would love it because it's fun, man.
It's going to be awesome, man, for sure. So with that being said, H.E. Soder says, don't insult Don Rickles.
I never would.
Don't worry. Nobody's listening anyway.
All right. That's it, guys. We're out of here. Appreciate y'all. This is your first time tuning into PTA. Thank you so much for making us a part of your evening. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure the bell notification is clicked on so you know every time we go live. We're going to be going live daily. Training camps here. Cannot wait till Wednesday, but we'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Time to talk more Packers. Y'all have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. Go Pack, go.
There we go.
Bye, guys.